Hey guys, what's up? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. How y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new chapter or episode of RWBY Volume 8 on episode 2. This one right here looks like to me, things are starting to look pretty grim. Kind of ironic for me to use that word, but if anything else, let's just continue, okay? We had to it that, after the opening, obviously, and I'm not going to analyze the opening from the get-go because there's a lot of people who analyzed it anyway, etc. We have to it that Crow, Robin, and Jacques, along with like Watts, are all in the same divided prison room right now, and we have to it that Robin blames Jacques for messing this up big time while falling into the hands of Arthur Watts' clutches, etc. And we have to it that, as time continues on in a bad situation, Watts will later on be taken away by the Atlas guards, who possibly Ironwood might have took Watts to go with them, whatever the case may be. I don't know. But one thing for certain is that Robin, on the other hand, really hates the idea that, hey man, I hate it when I can't do anything right now and I'm stuck in this situation. And Crow tells Robin, no, there's something we can do. We can kill the man who put us here. And we could guess, obvious from the get-go, that he's talking about Ironwood, showing that Crow now really hates him badly and now wants him dead. I mean, we all knew that he had a nasty relationship with him, like shown in Volume 3. And then it looked like it's being improved a bit on Volume 7, but now all that is broken down the drain and now he wants him dead, That aside, we see some news going around Mantle right now, and we have to it that Joanna takes the mic from the news reporter and tells everyone to gather your things and evacuate. As for Yang, Oscar, Ren, and John, they later on work together to get everyone to a certain location, and we have to, of course, some people don't want to go to a certain crater because there's a lot of faunus, and Yang, on the other hand, warns the woman hey, look, they are willing to help you, like it or not, whether you even deserve it right now. And the people helping this guy, they're pretty much ditching your butt and don't care that you're even worth a dang, okay? So either you listen or not, After much president arguments, they decide to do so anyway because of what happened. Then we get to see a scene with Oscar after we see Yang along with Ren and John working together to try to get everybody to get to the crater, As for Oscar, he talks with Ozpin in his mind about the situation and that their souls are still gonna be becoming one, something that Oscar doesn't want at all, which I understand why. Even Ozpin doesn't want that, but he's cursed with this because he chose this, Let's all be honest. Ozpin put this on himself, but sooner or later he's gonna like I said, gonna be Ozpin very soon. Though we don't know how long it's gonna be yet, but all I can really tell you is that it's very bad trouble. Even Ozpin tells Oscar we have to find a way to really work together. Not just us, but all of us. But that's not going to be happening anytime soon because you know what Ironwood is doing, etc. But what else? etc. etc. And, of course, we have to it that Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Penny, along with Nora, decides to try to get to a certain location, We have to it that they actually have some kind of connection because Weiss has a thing with the Schnee Shoe Company whatsoever, that these robots do not report to the general or Atlas community at all. Instead, they work with the company and report there. And we have to it that they're going to use the tubes to enter Atlas whatsoever and get the green light from the terminal. And then there is an important scene with Ruby and Penny talking about the situation, and of course Penny feels like it might be her fault because she's not listening, to Ironwood. But Ruby says, no, Ironwood is saying that to guilt trip you, okay, and to go into falling into his own hands, etc. And of course, Penny and Ruby comfort each other despite what's happening, and we have to it that there's a way how to get to a location, a funny launch button where Weiss gets launched up into the air, and of course Nora, Blake, along with Joanna, Penny, and Ruby are pretty shocked to see, like, you just put the launch button into use and then you just get going, you know? I'm like, wow, dude, that was just funny stuff. And then we see Joanna and Fiona working together, talking about the situation, and then we have to it that they're gathering as much people as they can. As for Yang, John, and Oscar and Ren, they decided to help out with having to handle certain Grim. Eventually, it took down a flying dragon-like Grim or something that's pretty miniature. But we have to it that they get interrupted by a different type of Grim after they saw two saber-toothed Grim run off, you know? And this Grim seems to be very different and attacks Oscar to a point that he's knocked unconscious, and he ends up transforming into a figure like a human figure like being right now. And you guys might be thinking, okay, what the heck are you talking about? I mean that this Grim attacked Yang, Jean, Ren, and Oscar, and he knocks out Oscar's aura and then knocks him out, you know, and ends up somehow using him as a shield after going on two legs and actually using his other arms as humans, you know. All I know is he transformed into a human-like stance, and then he's using Oscar as a shield, you know. And later on, they can't seem to get a hold on him, and then we have to it that Ren tells the Grim, give him back to us. And all of a sudden, it spoke, no. And then later on, he has his back transformed with wings, and then takes Oscar and flies. We have to it that Yang, along with Ren and John, are chasing him down, and tells me, you know, I'm sorry, this is a very bad emergency. She says, what are you talking about? And Yang's like, you wouldn't believe me if I even told you. And later on, it flies up into the distance, trying to possibly reach Salem. No, actually go reach Salem, and then the episode chapter ends off there. Well, that's what I mean. Things are looking very grim. I mean, with the situation at hand, especially how that ending came about. OMG, oh Lord, help me. Oh. So that was the creature that Salem was speaking to at the end of the episode last week. So pretty much people going down to the crater, Ruby, Weiss, Blake, Nora, and Joanna are working together to get to the Atlas Academy and get the green light from Ironwood's terminal. And Penny will be the one to bypass security. And then let's see here, the other part, Yang, Jean, Ren, and Oscar working together to get people into the crater, and you know, later they get attacked by that intelligent Grim, you know, and then there's a scene with Robin, Crow, Watts, and Jacques, you know, and then etc. And Crow suggests that we could kill the man who put us here, and that's Ironwood from the get-go. Things are not looking so great, especially how it ended right there. So all I can really tell you is that, yeah, I am not going to say anything because, you know, unless you watched the first chapter episode of Volume 8 last week, then you'll get the idea with what's going on, especially in this chapter episode. Oh dear. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.